All right, guys, we got more complaints off the forums for a episode tonight to unpack. Transmission cooling nightmares. Purchased a PPE transmission pan, traps debris, slows warm up, unsettling chunks missing. Aside from the unsettling chunks missing, it sounds like this pan's doing everything that they advertise that it does. Traps debris, the filter sits up here, the transmission pan and the cooling fins are down here. So if it's trapping debris down here, it's not getting to the filter up here. And there's not enough suction in an automatic transmission to pick up chunks of casting. So if they got a bad casting and some of the cooling fins had chunked up and whatever, it's going to be down there in those fins in the pan. It's not going to get sucked up into the filter, which looks like flannel. It's definitely not getting sucked through. So that's a super dumb, whiny complaint. Sounds like the pan did exactly what it's supposed to do. Mishimoto radiator. Purchased this and it leaks like crazy. Changed it 4 times under warranty. I have been there, done that. That was an issue on the 6.4 Powerstroke radiators. Never had an issue on the 5.9 radiators. I've never had an issue with the Duramax radiators. Never had an issue with the 6.0 Powerstroke radiators. But we had probably 80 failures on the 6.4 Powerstroke radiator. Good friend of mine at Mishimoto put our heads together. We figured out what it was. It was the single layer upper core support that ties the fenders together on the 6.4s is one layer of super flimsy stamped steel. You can take that thing between your hands and you can twist it back and forth. You bolt it into the truck, pick up one of the tires with a forklift, and about 6 inches off the ground, it slams the radiator into the vertical core support that the flimsy horizontal core support bolts to. So we come up with a 4-sided tubular style core support that Mishimoto manufactures just for this reason, just because of what this guy's complaining of. And they sent us some for free. We put them on all the trucks that we were having issues with the radiators getting warrantied out on. Fixed every single one of them. None of them ever came back again. Mishimoto has that as a package deal, which we have loaded here on our site. So we'll get you the part number in the comments below. If you ask us, if you have a 6.4 and you have a Mishimoto radiator and you've been having issues, hit us up in the comments. I'd love to send you the link to that thing and fix your problems once and for all. And I don't even care if we make any money on it. If we got to get the thing to you at cost, if you've blown your budget in labor and you're just fed up with that radiator and you just want it to work, hit me up. We'll figure it out. Edge Evolution tuner stacked with my other tuner. Fries clutches. Costly mistake on trans. No, duh. You stack most of these box tuners are built to be fairly safe with a stock truck. So they're going to have like a 40, 60, 80 horse setting. Maybe 120 horse setting depending on your application. If the stock truck and transmission and engine can handle it, they'll give you a little bit more. But these can tuners are pretty freaking safe. If you take 2 can tuners and stack them together and double the output that one was supposed to make, you're gonna break stuff. That's not rocket science. Like, dude, whatever. Aftermarket chip, mild tune, no need for basics, waste of money. Don't know who this guy is. And every single time I've heard that from a customer face to face in the showroom, there's something else wrong with the truck, and the 40 horse tune that we loaded on it can't be a 40 horse tune because the factory lift pump's not working and it's lost 60 horsepower. So you don't even feel the 40 horse gain when you're missing 60. So get your truck properly diagnosed. If you put a 40 horse tune on anybody's truck, they're going to come back from the test drive grinning. I've done it thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Load a 40 horse Fickum tune on a 6 liter like this one. My 17-year-old daughter noticed it. So if the truck's in good running order and everything's working as it should, you should feel a 40 horse tune and you should crack at least a small grin. If you're harder to please than that, load the 80 horse tune. That's still safe for a stock engine, stock trans. You're definitely going to notice that. If you're not noticing horsepower increases, there's something wrong with the truck. Period. End of story. I've had that argument 800,000 times over the last 20 years. Some people listen and we prove it to them. Some people refuse to listen. They throw a fit. They throw their tuner in the glove box and they never touch it again, and they had a bad experience because they refuse to listen to their professional. If you're having issues like that, hit us up in the comments below. We'll ask you what year, make, model the truck is. We can tell you right off the top of our heads what things you should be checking. So let us know how we can help you. That's what we're here for.